What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we get Bungie's weekly update in the form of the TWID. I think I've finally gotten used to calling them TWID now instead of TWAB. And whether we're twibbing or twabbing, or whether we're a bunch of, probably shouldn't say that, we do get a few more updates from Bungie today. So one of the things they talk about are updates to Onslaught and Brave weapon drops. We did cover those already, but there are a handful of other updates and previews in the TWAB today. So as always, we'll break them down in the video. I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you do, please feel free to get subscribed to the channel. And without further delay, let's get into it. One of the first things today, Bungie did offer an update about Brave weapon drops inside of Onslaught, and they want to increase the incentive for players to stay in the game mode and complete multiple waves. So they say change number one is that we get a chance for an additional weapon to drop when we complete a wave, and the drop chance will increase per wave until we get a weapon, and the drop will be guaranteed on wave 50. On top of that though, a bonus weapon will also drop after you complete wave 50 in either difficulty, so this change along with the first means that completing 50 waves will guarantee 2 additional weapons. But they also plan on increasing the number of trophies of bravery that we receive from completing waves 40 and 50, and waves 30, 40 and 50 on legend difficulty. They also point out though, for Lord Shax's reputation, we aren't able to reset. There are some text lines that say we should be able to do that, but it's essentially a bug or a mistake, and that isn't possible, and that's part of the reason they decided to buff weapon drops, as players can no longer get engrams from Shax once they've completely leveled up. So those are the changes in case you missed them, and they are dropping in an update next week. Positive overall though, so give us your thoughts about them down below. Now though, getting on to the bulk of the TWAB for the day, and Bungie actually give us a save the date for the Final Shape raid. Of course this is nearly 2 months away, but Bungie do confirm that after the launch of Final Shape on June 4th, Guardians won't have to wait too long to tackle the raid, and the new raid will launch on June 7th at 10 AM Pacific time. So that is a week 1 launch raid, which is pretty wild, so we won't have to wait too long whatsoever. It also means we won't have a ton of time to do any prep, which is relevant. Of course we don't know exactly what will be relevant just yet, but it's certainly going to make for a very busy week 1 experience. Let us know your thoughts about that. I guess another component is that it would appear the Final Shapes raid is going to tie into the story in a very significant way, perhaps more so than what we've seen in the past. And Bungie also teased that there will be a sort of post-raid completion event, a conclusion to the story in one form or another. This is information they've spoken about openly in interviews. So it's going to be interesting. Let us know your thoughts about it down below. Up next though, Bungie talk about Final Shape clan updates, and they say we're also delivering some new content and quality of life improvements to clans that we hope will breathe some new life into the system and encourage players to play with their clanmates. And as you can see on the image right there, Hawthorn is going to have ranks, as well as a bunch of rank rewards. And Bungie say Guardians can earn clan reputation by completing bounties, with higher difficulty activities giving more progress and playing with clanmates giving a large bonus to progression. Also, clan bounties are getting some love, with the Nightfall bounty no longer requiring clan level 6 to claim, and there'll also be 2 new bounty types, one for seasonal content and one for dungeons, and all clan bounties will also grant some clan reputation. So that's an interesting new component for clans in the game. There'll also be a refresh for clan perks though. So firstly, at clan level 2, we get live fire sale, and raid banners sold from Hawthorn will cost less. Then for rank 3, the first clan bounty completed each week will grant an exotic engram. That sounds pretty cool. Also for rank 4, the raid rotator challenges grant spoils of conquest, and trials wins will grant additional trials reputation. Then on rank 5, we'll earn bonus crafted weapon XP by completing ritual playlist activities, and finally rank 6 allows completing all clan challenges in a week to grant an Ascendant alloy. So finally, those challenges are getting updated. To be honest, I've hardly looked at clan perks in the past couple of years because they just don't feel that impactful, but some of these actually sound pretty decent, so share your thoughts about that. And overall, once again, it's good that this system is finally getting some updates after a significant amount of time. Next up though, Bungie say that Fireteam Finder is moving out of beta, so they've removed the beta tag from Fireteam Finder, and they say they're thrilled to reach this important milestone, with the feature set and performance reaching a place where we're comfortable moving it into its full release. And as we've discussed previously, Fireteam Finder really was one of the big wins technically early on this season. And Bungie say we aren't done yet, and we're going to continue to develop and improve Fireteam Finder just as we have in the past few months. And in the near term, we've got new features like voice chat and lobby invites that you can can look forward to. And they thank the community for using the feature and giving feedback over the past few months. So a little thing to touch on right there. And the final main section really is about content which will remain going into the final shape, and they're speaking specifically about Into the Light content. So they say to start, we want to highlight content that will only be available during Into the Light, and that includes the Pantheon activity and emblems. And the Pantheon Raid Boss Gauntlet will be available from April 30th to June 3rd, with the goal of creating a unique and challenging event that players can test their mettle against. And they say Pantheon will offer a chance to earn a variety of emblems, and similar to limited time emblems, we expect the exclusivity of these to make them highly sought after. Plus they indicate that they're eager to see player feedback about the mode to inform potential future plans, so that sounds cool. But they also say the Into the Light and Pantheon seal and title will also go away after the final shape drops. On top of that though, the Brave Arsenal of limited edition weapons will no longer drop after final shape, and also the Hall of Champions and associated quests will go away. But they do say we really like the attunement experience so far, and while it won't be available right at the launch of final shape, we're already working on bringing back a new attunement experience for Brave weapons sometime during Echoes. So that's interesting, but then content which will remain after June 3rd includes the Onslaught activity and the base Brave Arsenal of weapons. And Onslaught will move into the Vanguard Ops node, but also the 3 new PvP maps which are dropping on May 7th will be sticking around, as will the Whisper and 0 Hour exotic missions. And they'll move into the Legends tab, so they'll probably go into the mission rotator. But additionally, the Parade armor and shaders will remain in the game, and Bungie say we'll share details in future on new ways that you can earn these rewards. But for items that take a good deal of time to earn, like Super Black, we want to make sure we honor that commitment when we bring it back. And so there we go guys, that is a breakdown of the content which will remain and the stuff that'll go away as well. Very finally though, Bungie do talk about servers, and they speak about some new tech that they've sort of implemented and played around with during the launch for Into the Light, and they say hopefully what they've learned here will help smooth out the experience for the launch of the final shape, and they say in preparation for that, they're validating settings for every service that could potentially cause problems. They're also improving reporting so that we can monitor the behavior of load balancing, plus running additional stress test scenarios and performance comparisons, as well as re-evaluating capacity estimates to ensure they have enough hardware in place for launch. So in short, Bungie are doing what they can to hopefully give us a smooth final shape launch without many server issues. Of course, time will tell exactly how it goes, but there we go guys, that is the bulk of the TWAB for today. The TWID, there we go, I already did it. As always, I hope the video has been useful, and if it has, a rating below really does help us out. Also be sure to get subscribed and I'll keep you posted with more Destiny content, but otherwise, I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Fight well.
Pushing back buys us only time, but the alternative is unthinkable.
I can't wait to see what you do with that. Magnificent. Nice. It's time, Guardian. Crush them. Let them come. Show me what you've got.
So if the enemies of humanity want war, let's give them war.